Man, this weather don't know what it want to do. I had to put something warm on this morning. So, uh, let's talk about changing your life. If you sit back and analyze your whole life and say, what could I change? Might need a new car, might need a business loan. You've been getting denied left and right. You want a nice house on a hill, you know? And you ask yourself, what are you doing wrong? It might not be you. It might be the banks you're going to, the realtor you're going to, the people that you surround yourself with. Negative vibes. You know what I'm saying? So when you analyze the whole picture, my grandfather once said, to see the correct picture of your life, you have to step out your picture. And when you do that, you see things that will amaze you. Because you're saying to yourself, all this time I was in that picture and I was being used. I was being deceived. So you have to step out the picture. God will show you so many things once you step out that picture. He'll still show you things while you're in the picture. But it's up to you to step out the picture and say, hey, you know what? This is not my life. I want better. I know I could have better. And the thing is how do I change it? It's a good question. It's information. It's information. Information is the key to life. You have to look at yourself and say, okay, for instance, let's say your name is John Smith and you just want a $250,000 loan, home loan. Right? Most people, I'm going to tell you what most people do. They run to these big companies, these big credit repair companies, like Lexington Law or whatever, And then they waste 18 months of thinking the credit is going to be ready and they're going to get this loan. And guess what happens? 18 months goes by and they're still at 500 and something credit score. And the wife is looking at them like, what in the world are they doing? And she's getting on you. And so then you have to call them to get on them. Instead of doing your research in the beginning and seeing who has done what you really need. I got a woman. She did 5 months of research before she made a choice. She said, Lorenzo, I know you make clouds open. She said, I know that you're the best at what you do. She said, I have a problem. She said, me and my husband were trying to get a home loan. She said, I've been denied so many times. She said she's been through 3 to 4 different credit repair companies. They haven't done nothing. So I tell her, listen, 90% of the credit repair companies are going to lie because they want that fee. They want that fee every month, that $99 fee. And I'm going to tell you why they want that fee. Because I've worked in different credit repair offices, and I see the conniving things they do. get that fee, and I'm going to tell you what they do. They set up your account. They don't even give you a real consultation. You know, they don't even tell you the basics of credit repair. They just take your fee. They say, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, blah 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 blah, and you feeling good because you what? Because you what? You gave them your $99, and you feel good. You're like, okay, I'm on my way. But guess what? You're not on your way. They see that $99 fee. That's lunch money. That's a lobster lunch. Hey Tom, let's go to Red Lobster. He said, sure, buddy. And guess what? They sit in Red Lobster. I'm tell you what they order. Because let me tell you, I've been there. I know. They go there. They say they want the combination platter, the seafood combination platter. It comes with a lobster. It comes with shrimp, rice pilaf, and I think the side is like you can get like string beans or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, this is what they do. So instead of focusing on your credit, they're focusing on that nice lunch. This is why you only get one item a month. Maybe, if you're lucky. When you come to Kirby's Investment Club, LLC, I've got people calling me up saying, hey, Mr. Kirby, 79 items came off. 40-something items was removed. And you know why? Because I'm not going out there buying a lobster lunch. I'm focusing on your life. Because that's what it's about. And not just that. When you first come to us, we tell you, you might need a secure card. We're going to show you a secure card method to triple your points. We're going to add more points to your... We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Do you know about this? Do you know about that? Guess what? They don't do that. And that's the problem with the big companies. That's the problem. They're worried about the fee. They're not worried about increasing your score. Listen, my customers can tell you, hey, Mr. Kirby told me I might need a secure card. Hey, Mr. Kirby said go to such and such and get the extra points. Mr. Kirby said this because I'm about educating the mind. I'm about improving your life. Listen, I got another customer. You know, she had tons of credit cards. Her and her husband, like, they really didn't know about credit. So what they did, they screwed up their credit. They said, hey, we need to get rid of these credit cards. So I set them up with a good program where now they're paying a lump sum fee to a company that's going to remove all that credit. And he took off like 30, 40,000 of bad debt. You know? Oh, they called me every other day and said, Mr. Kirby, thank you for doing this. Bill consolidation sometimes helps. Sometimes, you know, a lot of people say, okay, well, I'm going to file for bankruptcy. Don't file for bankruptcy. That's the worst thing you can do. There's other ways. There's other channels. Listen, even if you got to spend a little bit of money to settle your debt, it's worth it. You know, I tell people there's thousands of programs. You know, there's so many programs that can get you out of debt. That's why, you know what? No one should ever be in debt because there's too many programs. You know, and it doesn't matter if you have a little bit of debt or if you have a lot of debt. So back to credit repair. If you truly want to see that house, you truly want to see that new car, you truly want to see your score go up, if you're with a company and your score is not moving, it's not you. It's them. It's them. I can prove it to you. I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I say you're going to be at 700, you're going to be at 700. And I tell people, there's two ways you can succeed or you can fail. You have to listen to every step I tell you to do. If you don't listen, you will fail. I got a woman that calls me every week. I got somebody that texts me all the time and say, hey, Mr. Kirby, what's the next step? What can I do now? Because I did this, what can I do now? That's the customer I like. Because they're sure of what they want. Don't just sit back and say, okay, well, Mr. Kirby's going to do this. It's going to take blah, blah, blah. No. Credit repair is more than me disputing, writing goodwill letters, calling Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. The customer has to do their part. You got to pay you got to pay your accounts on time. You got to stay at 30%. You got to do all the things that I tell you to do because that's part of it. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to succeed, that's part of it. You know? First thing people want, but see, a lot of people want the easy way out. They'll say, Mr. Kirby, I want to get a trade line, blah, 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 blah. Listen, that's going to help you a little bit. A little bit. And what people don't understand about trade lines are based on what you have on your credit report. So if you got negative items on your credit report, a lot of those points you're not going to see. Listen, I know a lady that called me one day. She said, Mr. Kirby, I bought 4 trade lines from this guy and only got 9 points. You know why she got 9 points? Because she didn't even get her credit cleaned yet. So she just wanted to rush and do this. See? And this is what happens when you don't listen. You don't pay attention. When you come to me, I'm not going to say nothing about no trade lines. Trade lines is not even on my radar. What's on my radar is making your life better. Not looking for an easy way out. And let me tell you something. A lot of these people buying trade lines, you better be careful. Because if you're going to banks, trying to get loans, that's the first thing they look for. They look for those trade lines that's bought. They want to see if you're really worthy. Did you hear that word? Worthy. If you're worthy of getting the loan. I tell customers, my customers, I tell them a secure card. I'm going to tell you why. A secure card will show that you're using multiple points of attack. You're paying it on time. You're using a secure card method to triple your points. And that you are beginning to start over. That's what the banks want to see. Banks don't want to, listen, they don't want to see no easy way out. Because they figure if you try to do the easy way out, you're not going to pay them. Someone with a secure card that's trying, that's paying, that's doing this every month, that's focusing on that card, they're going to take the time to pay them. You see, use your mind. God gave you a brain for something. It's not what you know. It's what you do. Every step is very important in credit. And that's what you have to remember. You got to make sure that you're under 5 hard inquiries, 0 collections. You have at least 1 to 2 secure cards. We have a method that we use. It's called Credit Repair Platinum Plus. That gives you a guaranteed 800 credit score. It's a great package. We guarantee 800 in 6 months or a full refund. A lot of people say, I had one guy just finish yesterday his package. He hit 800. He tells me, he calls me up. He says, Mr. Kirby, how in the world did you do it? And I said, let me explain something to you. We only assisted you, but you did a lot of the work. You stuck in there and you worked hard. And that's what I push my customers. I push them because it can be done. It's not hard. If you listen, you pay attention, and you change your thinking. Because, listen, 99% of the people that have credit are using it the wrong way. And you know what? And you know what? That's how they fall in debt. Everyone has to be reprogrammed. That's it. And when I tell people about their credit cards, they're like, what? I'm supposed to do what? They look at me like I'm crazy. But the sad part about it is, I'm 100% right. Because, let me break something down to you. If you're trying to get a house, and you see this beautiful house that you want, and it costs $297,000, but they say you got to have an 800 credit score, you got to have this, you got to have that, you got to show a track record of good credit history. Guess what? The average credit repair company is not going to help you with that. They're thinking about one thing, that fee. When you come to me and you tell me, hey, Mr. Kirby, this is my goal. I need to get a loan for $297,000. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need, exactly what you got to do. I spoke to a gentleman yesterday. He says, I've been doing my credit for a while, and I told him, I said, I want to ask you 3 questions. So I said, have you been doing the Experian Boost? Have you got your secure card? Have you just done the things I told him to do? He says, oh no, no. I said, matter of fact, how come you haven't sent me your credit reports? I said, I spoke to all 3 agencies. They said they sent you 2 each. He said, oh yeah, it's on my kitchen table. Everybody loves the kitchen table. I don't know why. So I said, how do you expect me to finish your paperwork if your reports are still there? He said, I'll get them out today. I said, please do. I said, and I'm going to send you a list of things to do again. I said, if you want to meet your goal, you have to listen. And this is what makes me mad about some people, because if you're told to do something, it's for your benefit. It's for you to climb. I've got, like I said, I've got people that listen, and they're at 750, 800 already. We don't play games. It's your life. You have to understand. It's not something it's not a hobby. This is your life you're thinking about. If you want change, you have to change with it. You have to change with the times. You have to change your thinking process. Because everything that you know is incorrect. And a lot of people say, well, such and such on the street said, let me explain something to you. Why would you listen to somebody that's on the street? Some people talk to just to hear their voice. And then when things go wrong, you're like, well, such and such said, you can't listen to such and such. This is why there's specialists, there's doctors, there's lawyers, because they're good at what they do in their field. I'm good at what I do. So let me go because I got a call. Thank you and have a great day.